This is the incredible story of the options bomber, a man who tried to profit from other people's misery back in April 2017. A tragedy for all involved, apart from those who bet on a brighter future.
We are following some breaking news coming to us out of Dortmund in Germany. We've heard that an explosion has gone off near the Borussia Dortmund football team bus.
April 11, 2017. Sergei Wenergold detonated a bomb adjacent to the Borussia Dortmund football team bus as it departed their hotel on the way to the Champions League quarter-final match against Monaco. He used a financial tool called options to gain profits as the share prices dropped. He intended on making millions of dollars.
Police say that Sergei W. bought 15,000 of what's known as put options in Borussia Dortmund shares, worth $83,600, betting that after the bomb attack, when the share price collapsed, he would stand to make a huge profit. If successful, it's estimated he could have made as much as $4 million.
The final result for him was a 14-year jail sentence and complete loss of funds.
A narrow escape from a targeted attack on the Borussia Dortmund football team. 3 roadside explosions as the coach left its hotel in the south of Dortmund.
A year and a half earlier, a tragic and terrible terrorist attack in Paris at France's national football stadium, the Stade de France, led to share prices tumbling. The options bomber saw these events and decided to recreate them for his own personal financial benefit.
It was a friendly, but at the game's 17th minute, suicide bombers blew the whistle on normality.
At first, the world thought this was history repeating itself. The options bomber had left notes along with the bomb linking it to the so-called Islamic State terrorist group. Everyone in the entire world was shocked by this, including, for example, former Dortmund manager Jurgen Klopp. Sergei Wenergold wanted to capitalize on the fear, uncertainty and doubt caused by his terrorist attack by specifically targeting Germany's only publicly traded football team, Dortmund.
It's an explosion. We don't know what was the cause of the explosion. That's being looked into by police at the moment.
And by linking it with the terrorist group, he made everyone believe that it was another Islamic State attack on European soil.
Federal investigators have detained one man suspected of links to Islamist terrorism, one of 2 suspects whose apartments were raided this morning.
The police immediately began chasing down leads. They acted on the only information that they had to try and arrest the perpetrators. Poorly written notes in Arabic left by the scene.
Prosecutors say a letter was found at the site of the incident. They're now trying to establish its authenticity.
But the truth would turn out to be stranger than fiction.
The evidence trail caught many people by complete surprise.
The world still believed that there could be more attacks to follow. Perhaps he had more insidious plans.
The more information you could get, the more serious it got, and that was really difficult.
Travelling Monaco fans stayed overnight with the Dortmund supporters who welcomed them into their own homes. The next day at the rescheduled match, Monaco fans chanted "Dortmund, Dortmund, Dortmund" in support. Hope overcomes all. While the show went on, as it must, the police were able to uncover the incredible truth behind the attacks. The shocking facts were beginning to reveal themselves.
We now know that the suspect bought 3 different derivatives on the Borussia Dortmund shares. With all these derivatives, he bet on falling shares. The suspect bought the majority of these financial products on the 11th of April, the day of the attack.
Good old-fashioned police work, using the technique called follow the money, and Dortmund fans who liked to trade the stock legitimately helped connect the dots.
Shortly after the bombing, a man in Austria named Rudolf, who was a big BVB fan, he noticed that something strange was going on the stock market related to the team's shares. He emailed the lawyers of BVB, who then forwarded that email on to investigators.
Stock investors and traders who know how to read a chart and follow a trend were able to see what the options bomber was not. While he decided to use a criminal, heinous terrorist attack to manipulate a stock price, had he done the same trade at any point in the whole year leading up to his attack, he could have profited legitimately. However, he chose the wrong path at the wrong time. Following its IPO in 2001, when it first became publicly traded, there was a long downtrend until 2010, when prices reversed and an uptrend began. This would continue until 2018. Sergei Wenergold's bomb exploded in April 2017. That week was the lowest the stock price would see for the year. Despite his gruesome plan, the stock price was ready to continue to trend towards the top side, and it did so immediately following the bombings. Convicted of the crime in November 2018, it was only around this time that the stock price was willing to start to trend down again. It was as if to punish him doubly for making possibly the worst options trade in history. Sergei Wenergold, the options bomber, lost all of his money. He lost his freedom, and he had to witness the continued climb of the stock price while he awaited trial. Like the stock market itself wanted to rub salt into his wounds, if he had have instead shorted the stock price on the date of his conviction, he would have been making money until now. Instead, he lost everything. Convicted and sentenced to 14 years in prison, Sergei Wenergold will have plenty of time to learn how to trade for real instead of trying to use criminal acts to manipulate a stock. To learn to trade and rely on yourself to make good, consistent trades for profit in the markets, then take the course linked in the description below. For the first 25 people, there is a discount code offering 25% off. Use BDAY25.